Hello and welcome to Fenton Forest 4x map. This is video 12. This was quite a long one and I've cut it right down to quite a short one because it was a lot of same stuff. As you can see here, I'm collecting the straw from field 2 after the harvest of oats. So we've got all the oats are in the silo, we just got to look at selling that off. But I need to now collect all this straw and put it into the compost maker, which we got on the last video. So there's a lot here to do. We've got the combine over on field 1 that is now harvesting the oats, and we're going to do the same with that once we've got the oats are on this one. We're going to sell those, and that's up there harvesting the wheat. So we'll have the wheat, which is good for the chickens, which I have lost some, and I lose some more during this because I'm not paying attention to them. So instead of doing it like I do every other time I start the video, I check the water and the food, I keep forgetting, and I've lost a couple of hundred chickens. I think it's only the chickens I've lost. I think I'm alright with the sheep, so I need to, on the next video, we need to crack straight onto the animals and really concentrate on this. So basically this video is going to be me collecting the straw off field 2. I'm going to, as you can see, I'm harvesting field 1 for the wheat. So there's a lot of jumping around just to give you a general gist of what I've done all day long. So I left this 5 times, and I think it was just shy of nearly 3 odd hours, or it might have been just over 3 odd hours of recording, and I've got it down to 20, just under 25, because like I said, there was a lot of repetitive stuff the same. Anyway, on that as well, as you'll see near the end of the video, I make some money, and you'll see how I make some money with the bits I've got there, and I sell a fair bit of the equipment, as in like the windrow, the tedder, and one of the balers. I'm only going to keep the baler with the wrap so that I can make the silage. I have got another idea, so I'm just thinking silage bales at the moment, but it could change. I have seen a silage maker, but what I want to do is try and make the compost and the diesel as efficient as possible with big. So I do buy a new trailer for the diesel. I buy a bigger capacity tanker. I change my trailer because you'll see I do my first run of compost in the red trailer, and I get a fair bit. Sorry about the video, there is a bit choppy. Still playing around with FPS and OBS. I've actually just do it on OBS and not Streamlabs. Streamlabs OBS doesn't seem to be working for me at the moment. Can't seem to handle 60 FPS. Anyway, so slowly filling up this tanker, and I do a load in this tanker. That's what makes me go and buy a bigger tanker, because it holds 60,000 litres, and the tanker I buy, I think, holds 90, and it's more an American style stretched tanker. So basically the first part of this is really harvesting field 1, collecting straw on field 2. I'm now going to get a load of compost. As you can see, I'm going to get a load of compost in my red trailer. I'm going to take that up to, I think it goes up to the northwest. I'm sure it goes to the northwest port. They're the best price for compost at the moment. So I'm going to leave you to watch a little bit more, and I'll be back in a bit with a bit more update as we've gone through a bit more. Right, we're up at the Northwest Port and we're going to get our first delivery of compost, and we'll see what we get for. Let's say we got, is it, it might only be 50 odd, yeah, just under 60,000 litres, and it's 59, isn't it, or 55. So it will be an increase when we go to the bigger trailer, so yeah, we're going to get a bit more per load, which is only because you're delivering more. So let's see what we get for this one. Right, we're at 48,497, so that's not too bad. The bigger the trailer, the more we can deliver. Alright, we're going to get more money. Alright, it's less loads, but you're getting the money in quicker instead of it being lots of small loads. So yeah, that's it's cheap. It's getting not cheaper. It's you're getting more for the straw than just chucking it away, because I've not got cows, I've not got pigs, and I've not got horses, so I have no need for the straw. So making the straw productive is the best bet. So we are making the best. We're using using a resource that would just go to waste, because I'd just turn it over or not even bother making the swath if I had no way of doing it. So we're getting the last load off of field 2, so then we can prep this for our next crop. We really need to do, sorry about that, we need to do the 2 crops we need for the diesel. But what I'm going to try and do is see if I can find a crop that I can seed now, because it's early in the year, it's early summer. We can seed it now and harvest it sort of early winter. So there's got to be a crop that I can put in just as an interim until we can, because the crops I need for the diesel I can't seed until next year now because we missed the slot. So just picking up all the last little bits as we're making money of it. There's no point in leaving it a little bit. So there's a couple of little bits here from previous runs where you just run out of room. So yeah, we'll get this back to the composter and then we'll move on to the next thing. A little bit of a time jump there, just harvesting, like I say, harvesting the bits and pieces. Going to get the hard worker to start cultivating field 2, so it's ready for sowing, and then if we can get a product in there, whether it be just I don't know, oilseed radish or something like that, or the just the crop that fertilises, so that when next year we can just turn it over. That may be the thing to do for both of these. So here you go. You can see now I've changed and I've sold the red trailer. I got the BSM trailer. I have loaded these with compost. There's 70,000 litres in this, so it's another 11,000. It's not oodles, but I'm maximising it. It's the biggest trailer there. I buy a dolly for the tanker, so I can take them both up, because at the moment Northwest Port seems to be the best price for compost, and that's where the diesel refiner is, so it's worth it for the price of the little dolly. It's definitely going to be worth it coming up there in a double. I do change the tractor unit in the end because that one's not powerful enough to pull them both on their foot. It pulls them, but it's a little bit sluggish. This is the the last full load off of field 1. The combine is going to get the last little bit, and then I'm going to run that up onto the yard, ready so that when this is unloaded, I can just run it under the pipe, unload the last bit, and then drop it in there, and then we're done with the wheat on field 1. We just need to collect the straw. Silage in the bunker there. I get round a way of doing it. I completely forgot about the BGAs, so I've sorted out the BGA up at Northwest Port, and we can take our silage up there instead of putting in a composter, because we can get more money from it going into there, and we've got digestant coming out, which then we can use for fertilising the fields. So we're starting to get things running. It's jumping around all over the place at the moment because there's lots of little bits going on, and there's a lot of repetitive stuff, like I keep saying. So that's why this one suddenly went from like an over 3-hour video down to about 25. So I've leased this planter because I don't have a planter for corn. I do have a corn header though, and there's always been a corn header from when the game first started. So I've leased this so I can put corn in it, because I can plant it now. As long as it germinates, I can harvest it just for winter. So early winter it should be good for harvest. Our first lot of silage up to the BGA. You'll see no money going in. I get the money at midnight on the processing, but I do get the digestant. The digestant starts to appear. We get 2 and a bit loads, so I come up, drop a load, I go back down and I start picking up the straw off of field 1. So this is like a run, to and fro. I did it 3 times, and then I've still got some straw to pull off field 1. I don't get it done before the end of the day. As you can see, we're up to 4:30 now. It was a busy day, and that's why I forgot about the animals. I do lose a few more animals today because I sleep, and I checked in the morning, and just say that I think I lost over 100 animals. So I've lost about 200 chickens, I think. The chickens are really slow at the moment with the eggs. I don't know whether I'm going to carry on with the chickens. The sheep seem to be constantly plodding out the wall, so I could look at getting another one of those, another sheep compound paddock area, sheep area. That sounds better. It's not paddock because they're not horses. So yeah, I'm not too sure about the animals, what's going to happen with the animals. The chickens are easy though, aren't they? I just need to be a little bit more on the ball on feeding and water. I think it's because I left the water to go. So yeah, so I need to either replace the chickens and keep on top of them, or decide to get rid of them. I really want to keep the chickens in the sheep because that's what we started doing, and that's primarily what I wanted to do. So I think I will sort out the chickens, buy some more, fill both of them up, really get them going, get them filled up with water and food, and get on with that. And I think I need to get another sheep area. I sold the 3 greenhouses because I was having to pay for manure to go in there because they don't take compost. I did try when I made some compost. I did put up to see if they took compost. If they took compost, I would have been well away. I would have kept the greenhouses and gone from there, but they don't. So they're gone. They'd run out of water and manure anyway, so they're gone. I've got a bit of manure spare, but I can sell that, or I'll keep that. Something else may require manure. So yeah, that's where we are at the moment. Coming down, getting the last load of silage out of the bunker. I don't know if I'm going to keep this bunker or not, but we'll wait and see. So yeah, this is the last load. It was nearly a full load. I was just over 70%. So there's a fair bit of silage that went in there. That wasn't too bad from that mown I put in the bunker there. So yeah, it was it was an experiment, wasn't it? So we're doing the last. That's all the silage gone. Field 2 is now cultivated and it's seeded with corn. Just trying to let you know everything up to where we are. So and I haven't sorted out yet, but I do sort out the yard. I do a bit more concreting, cleaning up, parking vehicles up, getting them sorted, and that sort of thing. So I'm going to leave you for a bit. We'll watch what's going on. I'm going to take the we're taking the trailers up to the top, and we'll see how much we get for the diesel. This is our first run. There's only 90% in the trailer as well, because it does take a little while. But yeah, I'll be back in a minute. So 70,000 litres of compost will give me right, that's all. So that's 59,708. Yeah, just under 60,000 for 70,000 litres. So it's not too bad. It's better than getting nothing for straw. So it's using it, and I think with them 2 loads has now paid for the refinery. So all of the loads that come out of that now, and there's a fair bit still in there processing, plus there's more to go in off the fields, and I think there's already some processed. So all that now is going to be profit. Diesel wise, I'm hoping this trailer will pay for the diesel refinery first time, but yeah, you need to remember to actually highlight the trailer and not the dolly. So I'm wondering why it won't unload, or I'm not getting an unload trigger, and I'm thinking, oh no, this trailer don't work on this refinery and all this. But I'm sure I've run one up here before. I can't remember now, but I'm sure I've run one up before when I did a fuel transfer. But I remember, and I put it onto the tanker, and up pops the unload. So there we go, we'll move into there we go. So let's start this one unloading, and the money goes up quite quick with this. But like I say, this is only 90 litres or 90% of this trailer, so there was another 10% to go. So the next trailer is a third bigger than this one again, if this were full. So I should get a third on top, or a little bit more than a third of what is there on top.
11, right, so
it'll be
cool.
half, because it's another 30, so we're looking at 111, 875. So I reckon with the big trailer, that's 111. I reckon I'm looking at about another 50 So I reckon in the big tanker I should get about 100 I'd say just say 150,000. So this is a new truck. I've gone with the Warrior Plus Plus. I've got 5.9 horsepower engine in it to pull the bigger trailer, which you just seen there on the diesel pumps. That's the big trailer. I've still got the other one. I did sell the Tatra, but I've still got the Garrett just in case, because that carries other stuff. So then one is just purely for fuel. So that is basically about it. You can see I've neatened up a bit more concrete along here. But on the next one we'll do the animals and we'll do a run round of the yard and what I've done. So hopefully, so I'm just checking all the lights out on the new truck. I've done it in class green for some reason, don't know why. I had a bit of a not that I'm running any class tractors at all. I've got Fenton, but it's the main tractor. But anyway, that is going to be it for this video. I've just got to go back round to the farmhouse where I can sleep for the night. I'm just going to I just check because it's quite low, this, and the other one, the fifth, will sort of run into the trailer, but this one it sort of goes through, so it works. It's not perfect, but it does work. Yeah, you see that it just goes through where the mudguards are. The legs, there's a collision on the legs which is good, but yeah, hopefully this should start bringing in a lot more money. I've got hope that the refinery is quite slow, but we'll get there. We'll get there in the end. It's going to probably be worth it for 150,000 per load. All my life, can't drive until it's the end of the day. So we've got the big bulk trailer, and then we've got the big tank trailer. So yeah, we're good. Hopefully this should work. We'll probably carry on. As you can see, there's most of the or the equipment that was in there is now sold because I didn't need it, and we'll go from carry on there. And you can see the greenhouse is gone. So anyway, thank you for watching. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, share the video if you want to share the video. Until next time, thank you for watching and happy farming. Goodbye.